Long time no see. Got the R1 back in the shop today. Just gonna be fixing the exhaust because it fell off probably last year. And I've just been driving the way it is with no exhaust, just straight piped. No big deal. But today I think I'm just gonna try and weld this back up. It still lives. Just because I haven't shown it in a while doesn't mean it doesn't do nothing. It's still here, kicking. We'll be back in here. We'll get this car back in here sooner or later because I got to redo some other stuff with the U-joints on the drive shaft. Got a little bit of wobble vibrations and whatnot, so I'm gonna try and sort that out. And then re-gear the diff again. The 410 gears are awesome. It rips, but there's no top speed. Like on the highway, it's terrible. It just is screaming at like 60 miles an hour in 6th gear, just screaming. So I'm gonna try and re-gear the diff a little bit. Not like too much, because I do want like some play with the motor. There's not a lot of torque in these motors. They just rip, you know. So taking off in first gear is always like an issue. Like it stalls here and there. So gearing it a little too high, it might just make it worse. But once you get going, it just takes off like a rocket. So other than that, I'm dealing this today. Today's nice out, around 62 degrees. But yeah, try and fix this exhaust. I just sorted out Mini Rick. He's out in the parking lot. Until I get an alignment on that, I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Jack it up, take the freaking V-band clamp off, and then weld it back on the exhaust over there, put it back in. And I think I'm gonna switch my tip back over too. I like this old tip that I had on before. I cut it off a while ago, and I put the Blocks tip on. It's like a Blocks exhaust my buddy gave me. I like it, but it has like that big Honda look to it, and I don't know, I don't like that. It doesn't sound like a Bumblebee, but it sounds sick actually, but it's too big on the back of the Mini. It just looks ridiculous. I like this nice 2-inch pipe coming out the back with the little Drift Boy fucking tip, you know. Since it's a rear-wheel drive car, it just makes sense. I'm gonna throw this back on too while I got the welder out and whatnot. And this isn't the first time this is cracked. It's happened before. And one time it cracked and it was dragging on the ground for a while and it cut a hole right in one of the bends. And I just put another plate on it, welded it. And then when it cracked the second time, it grinded it again. So I'm finding out that even though this exhaust looks pretty good, a lot of it was just fuse welded and not a lot of filler material when I was welding. So I think that's just why it cracks. It won't crack just driving, it cracks when I'm actually like romping on it pretty hard. Like when I get the RPMs up there, that's when it seems to let go. So I don't know if it's like a heat cycle thing or what. But some of these welds, I'm just gonna kind of maybe put a little bit more filler on them, or I might just leave them, I don't know. Who knows? This exhaust is a little bit heavier than just the standard tip too. So I don't know. I'm just gonna weld it back on, and if it happens again, I'll just keep fixing it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna go over and redo every single weld, but any spot that's little, I will like just do a quick pass on it.